Everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. Melissa's going to be jumping in here right away. She's just getting herself ready to come on camera in a couple minutes. Wanted to do a live feed today to sort of reach out and chat and say hello. We haven't had a chance to do that in a little while, and kind of let you know what's happening in our world. So obviously we had some bad news a couple weeks ago. I was in quarantine up until basically well, today was the 14th day after being in that environment. And of course, I did test negative. I don't have COVID-19. But after today, I got basically asked to stay inside for another 14 days just to be safe, I guess. So I had like a momentary lapse of freedom and then now basically back stuck indoors. So I guess, it's always best to play it safe. And we certainly, although we don't have it, we want to adhere to whatever people are asking us to do. Hey, it's my wife. It's my lady.
Hey everyone.
Yeah.
Squeak in here. And like the rudest entrance ever, as loud as I possibly can.
So it's kind of a strange week because got my results back and then found out I didn't have it. And then Melissa went to get hers, found out she didn't have it. So neither of us have it.
Yeah.
And then Melissa gets told that she's not quarantined anymore, but they want me and the kids to stay in quarantine for another 14 days.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense?
It's because so how it works, I sat on that phone forever to get him to explain it to me. How it works is that if you've been tested, so as soon as my negative came back, I was tested after Alexander. As soon as my negative came back, they considered, even though mine is an anxiety problem, they considered that you could have had it. So everyone in your household has to quarantine for 14 days after your negative comes out. So I'm not quarantined, but Alexander and the kids are, even though we know that it's an anxiety problem. I apparently can't. I'm short of breath because of that. So at least he's in, staying safe.
Just been kind of crazy. I mean, the thing that's disappointing for me is that I don't get a chance to go and help Melissa because she has a lot of work to do right now with her family, getting things cleaned up and organized and taking care of her dad. And it's difficult to have to sit back here and not do anything, not be able to do anything about it. But
well, you're here for support when I get home. So
yeah, but she's doing all this work by herself, and usually I'm
not by
right
myself,
in the thick of it.
With my brothers.
Yeah, her brothers are helping. I'm just so used to being there for her.
Yeah.
It's strange not being there.
Oh, I see Dakota.
Appreciate those of you joining us. 3 a.m. in Sweden says Ginnider's gaming adventures on High in Ontario. So this past week, I had a video sitting around for a while, which I put up a couple hours ago, or about an hour ago. I never did put out the update of when I got that car running. Dave and I got the car running a while back, and I've been meaning to put that video out. So I put it out today. If you guys haven't watched it yet, you can actually see the little Alpha around, and it moves, and it's a fun little car. And it's been giving me great joy to go out there and just have some things to work on and polish. And every day I'm trying to do something.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do something to keep myself busy. She's got lots to do. She's got a whole house to deal with. It's not like you have any lack of things to do right now.
It's insane. You know what the hardest thing is that when you're dealing with, I'm sure a lot of you have dealt with grief. I've had friends and relatives pass away before, but never a parent. It's pretty awful. But I think there's a lot of, you're just so overwhelmed. I think a lot of my day is just walking around in circles wondering what to do. So I'm trying to start at one end and then go to the other and get as much done as possible. But it's horrible. It's pretty horrific. And not the mess or anything that is involved. It's just so hard going through your parents' stuff and having to decide what's going to stay, what's going to go, and stuff that was important to them. What you're going to do with it, and the end of the month is looming. It's coming fast.
Yeah, it's a limited timeline to get things moved out because he was renting his place. So basically the end of this month, everything has to be done.
We're really lucky though because the person that he was renting from is amazing, and their whole family has been like family to us as well. So we're very fortunate that that they're like friends with us, and they only want to help. So
yeah, they've been really, really good.
Yeah.
So Melissa's been busy doing that
Yeah.
and making good progress.
It doesn't, it just, I feel like in my brain, I thought I could have it done so fast, and it's just,
It never goes as fast as you want it to
no,
go.
it's hard. It's really hard. That's what took me so long. I had like I've just been cleaning out an apartment face. I mean, it was okay, but I mean, slightly terrifying.
Yeah. You know, I think that's one thing in my line of work is that normally I go out to people's houses in estate situations. And for me, it's always easier for somebody being a third party to go through someone else's belongings because you don't have that emotional attachment to it. And you can move really fast. But when you're going through things that will have sentimental value, and you're not just looking for things that are monetary value like I do for the store, you have to be really careful. Every photograph, every picture is a prized possession that needs to go to the right people in the family. So it takes a lot longer to go through to make sure that those memories are there. And really, that's the most important stuff, is like the main things, photographs, like photo albums, memories. That's the most important thing, like drawings that the kids did.
My kids, it's funny because I said, is there anything that really reminded you of Grandpa? And they said, well, not a thing, Mom, because he was always here playing and stuff with us. So they said it was the memories are what they, but there was one time that my dad watched the kids and he let them stay up till crazy amounts of time, like I think 2 a.m. or some crazy thing. And he let them watch Avatar and eat like so much popcorn, they were almost puking popcorn. And they really, really enjoyed that. So they asked me if they could have the Avatar movie just so that they could remember when we watch it, my dad. So that happened. That was a simple request.
That's right. They were on Grandpa time. That meant there's no rules when they're at Grandpa's house except for Grandpa's rules, which are no rules.
Yeah. He's like, I'd say, Dad, I don't want them eating so much popcorn. He's like, but I'm Grandpa. Like, he's like, well, they know when to stop. I'm like, they don't know when to stop.
Grandparents seem to be really good at getting your kids all full of candy and sugar and then sending them home.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't
Well, it was
candy,
popcorn
though,
mainly, but yeah.
Because he knew that I'm like, you know, we have just little amounts. He thought he wanted to blow their minds. Like, they didn't just give them all like a little bowl like I do of popcorn. He brings out this crazy huge bowl. Like,
he must have been popping that for a long time too.
Yeah, because it probably was like microwave popcorn or even like an air popper. You'd have to fill it like
6 times.
Yeah.
That means your dad was like in the
their
kitchen.
eyes were so big. So
yeah.
I'm glad, you know, I'm glad he broke the popcorn law.
That's right. Oh, thank you, Nancy. You know, all my memories of hot air poppers are not necessarily great ones because there's always that rogue, like super hot unpopped kernel that flies out with the rest of them, like scalds your skin. Where you're like, oh, I wonder how it's going. And it's like spinning around like it's never going to leave. And then it kind of works its way up to the top and shoots out like a scalding little cold ball of hot magma.
So I do have siblings. I have, I'm the oldest. And then I have my sister's next in line for age. And then my brother James, my sister Sarah, my brother James, and my brother Ben. So my brother Ben and James live in the same city as me, so they're going to help out with actually cleaning the apartment. And then my sister's helping with paperwork and stuff that needs to be taken, stuff that she can do from afar. But they've all been, I mean, it's a great support. The problem is that you also have the social distancing. So being in that same little apartment, we've been having to be very strategic of where you're going to be in the apartment. Like right now, it's only been 2 of us at a time, so it's been a lot easier. But
if there's one more,
because we don't want to make each other sick either. That would make me incredibly sad. So
yeah, it's I don't know. I don't think we've really showed your brothers and sister on YouTube at all.
No, I didn't know if they wanted to be on, and then yeah, I haven't.
I don't think so. I think I didn't want to miss a super chat if there was one there. If I missed you, I'm sorry. I'm trying to watch at the same time. I'm scrolling right now, trying to look.
We had, you know, the strangest thing that we found so far in my dad's stuff. My brother was laughing, like it is a hard time to go through everything, and he comes out and there's like 6 socks and they're tied together. Like, I still don't understand this. And in one of the socks in the toe is some change. Like, I don't mean like a bunch of, I mean like just a little change. Why? Why a bunch of socks tied together with
Maybe that was like a thing he was whipping around. Like if somebody broke in, he was going to whip them with his dirty socks. Goodness. That's bad enough to get hit in the face with his socks.
They weren't dirty socks. They were like white socks. So I think they were even, to be white, you would think they'd have even new socks. I want to talk to my dad, not only to tell him I miss him, but I would ask about those socks. That's
Yeah.
a weird one for me.
I think if you're gonna build a protection device with coins in the end of a sock to whip around, I think that you should probably have really
It
dirty,
was in
sweaty,
a
like gym
it
socks.
was in a box. Like, I mean,
I don't know. Who knows? I'm sure there's a story there. Maybe he was like, well, I didn't know where my lefts were from my right, so I tied them together. What's the change for? Well, for when I go to the laundromat. Like, there's probably some weird explanation
I
for
thought it was going to be like each sock had like laundromat money in it. And I thought, oh, yeah, that makes sense. You could just take a sock. And you go, okay, no, just in one of the 6 socks.
Was it the
So,
very end one?
I don't know.
Oh, who knows?
Ben was shaking them and it was jingling. And then he's like, why is there change only in one sock? And it was tied together. I swear he just left that to mess with my brain.
See,
Somehow he
and
knew.
those are the questions that will have to go unanswered. I bet you're going to find a few things like that. Where you're like, what?
Yeah. So far, I've been through a lot of stuff. And that's been I mean, at least it made me smile and it made Ben laugh. So that alone,
Yes.
that was worth
Your
that
dad
was worth it.
always good for making us laugh.
That was
He's
a
good
weird
guy.
one.
So part of why we wanted to come on today, I guess, was we're sitting here. I'm stuck at home again now for another 14 days or so, and I'm trying to keep busy. A little bit more difficult putting out the YouTube videos just with everything that's been happening. So I appreciate you guys, being patient as we try and go through, even going through the vault and then trying to do an update on some older videos and things like that. I'm trying to do what I can to keep you guys entertained during this. But this downtime is kind of giving me a chance to think, and it's giving me a chance to gaze into the future, or at least try and gaze into the future. We had, prior to this, oh, thank you, Deanna. Prior to this pandemic starting, this was the plan. We had started a series called The Old Garage, and we were planning on building that addition on the side of the store. Well, the whole world has really changed since then. But I had already booked the cement guys to come and do it in May, which is coming up pretty soon here. And I'd already paid for the plans to go through to the city for them to look at it for permitting. So I think right now I'll probably end up proceeding with at least the cement pad. I think you've got a year basically to build your building after you get your permits in place. So I can that's the most expensive part. We'll get that out of the way, and then I'll just build whatever I can while I can. Hopefully we can open again soon here too.
Yeah.
This
Wow.
is driving me a little bit crazy. Probably the worst part is that there's all sorts of people out there that want to sell things because they can't donate it to Goodwill. There's no stores open that they can sell stuff to. So I have a lot of customers writing me saying, do you want to come over to our house? We've got a whole bunch of antiques. And yeah, I would love to. That'd be nothing more than I'd love to do. Perhaps after the 28th of April, when I can get out there again, I will, don the mask and gloves, and we'll get out there and get back to it.
I think some people said 10 days. So if they presume when you are tested negative, because you had a symptom, that the only way you can get a test here is if you have a symptom. So if you have a symptom, they're saying that once you have the negative, that's when you're free and clear of it. So you could have had it before that, even though I didn't. So that means it can stay dormant in your body for up to 14 days before even presenting itself. That's why Alexander and the kids are stuck inside and quarantined, because it could be dormant in their systems, which we know it's not. It's just the rules.
Thank you, Cindy.
Hey, you.
But so, yeah, stuck indoors for a bit. But that's going to give me a lot of time to think and plan and to do. Since I've been indoors, I've got the Rolls Royce got towed away last week. It's out getting looked at the shop, and I'm sure I'll have an exciting update on that before too long. But they're busy working on that. The Alpha is just back in the garage right now. I was doing a little bit of work to it the other day. So, pressing along, cleaning the garage. I painted our bedroom, painted the bathroom. Then we ran out of paint. Not that I didn't.
It's still done.
Have ambition. We ran out of paint. But you're not quarantined, so you can go out and get stuff.
I'm not going to put myself at risk for paint.
Yeah, that's true. It's not an essential.
Yeah. I don't want to put anybody else at risk for paint either. I've been
No.
lucky because I've been starting to grow food from our food. So I tried planting tomato seeds and they sprouted. And I planted the seeds from a red pepper, and they took forever to sprout. I almost gave up on them and planted something else in there. Now they're growing crazy. So We got peppers and tomatoes eventually.
Yeah. Somebody was asking, has enough time passed that the virus has subsided? How long were you told? The Center for Disease Control said what, 3 days?
So it's a hard one because there are so many different like when you look it up online, you see all the different surfaces, what they're finding. They're telling people 3 days because that virus, until that full third day, that virus is still so strong that if you put it in your mouth or in your eye, you're going to get it. I mean, I shouldn't say you're going to. You have a really good chance you are going to have it in your body. On that fourth day, it's already weakened to the point where you're probably unlikely to catch it. On the fifth day, more so. We did 12 days. And when I asked the disease control, because there's so many levels of healthcare, and they're more at the top, they said 12 days. The only way that virus is still going to be in there is if you bring it in, which I mean is like it could happen. You go to the grocery store, like it's not
There's so much
impossible.
stuff online though, but I mean,
Yeah.
don't take. I mean, you can hear our advice, but definitely
I
go
would
to the right sources
Yeah,
online.
that's exactly.
if
Not
you're
online.
curious.
I would call actual. I think the thing is when you go online.
But the WHO's website is okay.
Yeah.
World Health Organization. Just go to a reputable website.
But that's why, because they even had 3 days on theirs, and I couldn't understand because it said on stainless steel, I think it was 5 or 6 days. Somebody had told me they still found the virus live on the cruise ships after 17 days. So when I was talking to the disease control, I had all sorts of questions for them because of that. So.
Well, I think everybody's fairly anxious, I think, to get back to normal life. We just have to do whatever we're asked to do to try and.
I saw there was somebody posted an analogy saying that you don't pull your chute when you're falling from an airplane and say, oh, now that my now it's breaking my fall, the parachute, I should take it off before you're on the ground. So I think that's just it. We need to make sure that we're far enough into this that we're all not just going to go back to work and go back to normal life and then get sick again, because that wouldn't be good.
Thank you, Zenobia, for the good vibes. And Jim Jackson, he said, it's great you have a clean bill of health. Love the Alfa Romeo. I thought I'd seen it before. Seems like I have, but it was great to see. Yeah, the video I put up of the Alfa Romeo was some older footage, and then I had footage of the car driving that I wanted to put out there. So it's kind of the short 10-day or a 10-minute video of that. So anyway, find what some people are debating the who. I don't know. Go find a website that suits what you're looking for, I guess. I was just trying to think of one that seemed reputable, but
it's because they're all getting what it is that we have like the world's experts. So they're looking information every hour. So it's not just one group of people this time. We have everyone's opinions coming in all at once. But just don't take Facebook. I guess basically we're saying don't just ask it on Facebook.
Yeah, we're people on YouTube.
Yeah, or on YouTube, yeah.
Okay, so updates on people that we know in our lives. Sean is doing quite well. I had to get a delivery was going to show up at the store, and Sean went there and accepted the delivery for us, so he's doing okay. I think he's just been spending time with this, I think he's got a roommate, so he's probably been just indoors like the rest of us, but he's healthy and fine. Hans, everybody's asking about Hans. Well, Zenobia is on right now, which means that Hans is probably on right now too. Hans is doing really, really great. He's been, busy trimming trees and doing stuff. I guess there's not a lot of people around when you're cutting trees down. It's usually just you and the birds and the tree. So everybody else in our world so far is doing okay, and we're very grateful for that. Thank you very much, Joyce.
Blonde Canadian said in Alberta we get a free seed planting kit. Do you guys have one?
What?
No, but you better believe I'm going to look it up now. I'm in Alberta.
Yeah, so I really don't want to get into politics and stuff on the channel, guys, or religion or anything like that. We just want to keep it sort of based on, hope and based on, I guess, just where we're at and where you guys are at, and
see how everybody's doing.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, guys. This has been a really difficult past couple of weeks. It was bad enough being, having this pandemic going around and shutting down the store, but losing Dave was just, I can't even tell you, I can't even go there because he just meant the world to me. Of course, he meant the world to my wife, who's her dad, but. Now it's like, I've always kind of had the motto that you should live your life now, and you should try and do the things that you're wanting to do, and dream your dreams and live your life now, and don't wait, because there's a lot of people we know that we're waiting for their dreams, or we're waiting to get something done. And this has given me time to reflect on some of the decisions I guess we've made in our lives. And I think I'm happy that we didn't wait. I'm happy that, if something were to happen, I know that we've lived our lives very fully, and we've had a lot of fun. We've tried to help people along the way. I feel like we're doing the best job of it that we can, and I just think I want to keep doing that. I know I want to keep doing that. I want to move forward and try and live my life as fully as possible, and have fun, and go on adventures. That's the one thing I miss the most, is going out on adventures, and getting behind the wheel of that old ambulance and going filling up with antiques somewhere. That day will come again.
Hmm.
But
It's not that. I don't think it's going to be. I mean, even a year isn't really that long in time.
thank you so much. I just saw that was from Melanie K. She said, "Wish you were local." Well, for the folks that live in Edmonton too, when I was there before quarantine, and I had that fellow show up at the door, and he was knocking on the door. He's like, "I just want to come in and buy some stuff." I'm like, "I really want to sell you some things, but I can't."
Yeah.
Our store is under mandatory closure right now, so we'll get I'm sure they'll start thinking of a way to get us back on track. But in the meantime, here's what I'm grateful for with this downtime that we've had. I'm grateful that I had an opportunity to move really fast and get my store renovated. I'm grateful that I was able to take a whole pile of stuff down to auction. They still have tons of stuff sitting there that I took down. I got really proactive when I cleaned the store and took a whole pile of stuff down. I'm grateful for that, and that I'm spending more time with my family, with my wife and kids, than before. You know,
Plain.
there are definitely a lot of blessings in disguise when something like this happens. I think you just have to look at the positives in every situation. It's a hard thing to say when there haven't been so many positives lately. But every night that I get to look over and see Melissa and see the kids and hold them, and even just to sit on a couch and watch a show together, is a day that I'm happy that I have. And when I get back to work, and when I get back to opening up the business again, it'll be cleaner, tidier, more organized, and I can really start to think about what I want that business to be.
I'm really enjoying having Alexander and the kids too. I love having them around.
Thank you, Kathleen.
And the other thing for me is a lot of my parents, their children, I mean, for my class, they've been sending little videos of them. Like one of them sent me a video of a song that we do before we read our books. And it means so much that they still are connected, even though I don't get to see them. So yeah, you really appreciate all the people in your life when something like this happens. You can either pull together. I think that's what ends up happening. We all pull together. We realize that we're in this together.
Yeah.
So,
Somebody said, "Don't let optimism make you overrun your debts," or something along those lines. They were saying basically don't spend too much money. The other thing is that every time I've done an auction sale or been selling things, I've actually been paying down debt. So we're making good progress on getting ourselves in a good position. I think that when I was going hard at it at the store every day, there wasn't time to clean, and there wasn't time to really look at the business and try and think fresh about it. So now that's giving me this opportunity.
yeah.
Clearing the shelves, clearing the cobwebs. I can look at what types of products I want to carry, and what type of store I want to be. So this is.
But it's true. Don't go crazy and just be. You got to make sure not to spend more than you have. That's not bad advice. Go all crazy and spend all your money, and then go to shake the money tree and it's not there.
Thank you, Terry. Leah asked, "Did you rent your old store yet?" We have a lease that was signed with someone prior to the pandemic happening. They were supposed to be in it, occupying it this month. Have not heard back yet. So we don't know. It's supposed to be leased. They're supposed to be renting it right now. But I'm guessing that they're having a bit of a challenge getting permits and whatever they need in place.
We haven't heard anything. Yeah.
No, but in the past week, I've had 2 more people ask about renting it. So there must be people out there that are thinking long term that, hey, I'm looking for a space. We had somebody who wanted to open a daycare that was interested, and another one, a salon and spa. So I just had to refer them to my realtor. But I think that before long, that space will be rented out. And I mean, ideally, it would just sell. That would be great. But if not, having tenants isn't such a bad thing either. Oh, thank you very much, Janice.
You for sure get.
I see it before you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the plan for me for the next little while, I've got 14 days again, or a little under. Is it 14? Yeah, it's basically. Oh no,
What did you say?
the 28th.
It was 14 days from my negative came back on the 14th. So you had 14 days from that. That's
Oh,
when you
okay.
got
Well,
the
that's not so bad.
That's my birthday, you guys.
Oh, thank you very much.
That's a good birthday present. We get to go on a walk.
Every day, and I try and encourage my kids
And
to do
the
this
sun,
too. Every single day that we have here, we want to accomplish something. What are we going to accomplish today? I want the kids to accomplish something, whether it's Stephen putting out one of his Stephen Draws videos on YouTube, or Abigail doing drawings, or Jason doing his piano. We're encouraging the kids to accomplish something every single day, something to look forward to. They're up there crafting right now. Today, I was fixed a bicycle for Jason. And Abigail and Jason took apart their skateboards on their own, and I taught them how to use a palm sander. And they primed and painted the underside, the decks of their boards, and they're doing little drawings on them. I think Jason said he wanted to do Shrek on his, and Abigail knew that she wanted it a pretty kind of white or light blue color, and she wasn't sure what she was going to paint on it. But they're busy doing stuff right now, is the point. They're busy doing stuff. Thank you, Sassy 1962.
It's funny saying everybody's handles instead of their names.
Yeah, Funky Aardvark, Sassy 1962.
Yeah.
So every
Madness.
day we're trying to accomplish something. Melissa has a lot to accomplish because she has to go to her dad's place and try and sort
I'm
through
still
that.
trying to finish off my course. So
Yeah, she's still
they've
at
been,
university.
They've been amazing, and they gave me a week push so that they pushed my assignments by a week so that I would have time to breathe and still hand in my assignments. So I was really lucky for that. But
Yeah. So tomorrow,
What is TOE
it's going to
up
be beautiful out tomorrow. I'm going to go. Oh, thank you very much, Rosita. This is my plan tomorrow. I'm going to go out and I'm going to clean the interior completely on the Cadillac. I'm going to wash it and flush it. That's my tomorrow. The kids are doing chalk drawings on the driveway while I'm there, and they've been kind of sitting on their skateboards and rolling their butts down the driveway.
That explains it.
There was these the long
Yeah,
chalk.
there's long chalk lines, and I thought that my kids must have been I thought they were like dragging their hand behind them and then running.
No, they were sitting on a
didn't know
skateboard.
what it was.
It was Abigail. She was taking chalk
my
and she was
gosh.
putting the chalk on the ground, and then she'd scoot herself on the skateboard, and as she went down, it left little lines everywhere.
Somebody said that they missed me on, I can't remember. It's one of our regulars too. Missed me on Steven's YouTube last night because of book club. It's true. I have book club once a month, and I skipped it last month because I just couldn't. But I really wanted to be able to see my little group and
Oh, thank you, Lisa.
make sure they knew I was there for them as well. Plus, I saw that Matthew was on, and I like breathed a sigh of relief, and I knew I was safe to go.
What's your book club currently reading?
It's so we have to pick different genres so that we don't always read. It puts you out of your box, so to speak. And it's historical fiction, and it's the Orphan Train. It was just announced last night, so I'm surprised I remember.
You haven't started reading it yet, though.
No, I downloaded it. That's how I got.
That's for next club meeting.
Yeah, thank you,
Abigail?
Matthew, for holding down the fort.
Why don't you come downstairs? We got a letter for you to open.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now, I wanted to thank everybody who's been sending well wishes to the store for Dave as well. The family got a lot of lovely cards that were included with Dave's thing. So when we get a chance to do a celebration of life, we'll definitely have a chance to go through them more. So thank you for everyone for sending that out. Thank you, Audrey.
I'll also show my brothers and sister as well.
Now we had someone.
Do you want to switch spots with me?
Here,
so
why
that
don't you come around on Dad's side?
Okay.
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 So we got a letter from Polly. Is it Stemen? Stemen, I think. And
wonder if
she's
she
in
wanted her
Sarasota,
name on
Florida.
there.
Well,
on
okay.
there now.
I'm not showing the other side, but she wrote all kinds of stuff on the back of it too. So it says, Alex Archbold, online personality, antiques dealer extraordinaire. Oh, I'm not showing that part. You can't see it.
Okay.
Just all around nice guy. Thanks for being you and sharing. She said also, this letter was not licked. Thank you.
I never really thought about it until I saw that that message. I never really thought about everybody spit on my letter. So
She says, do not bend.
got it.
It says, snail mail is the best mail. This is really cute, by the way. Thank you for sending this. And then she said, and this is why we left it for this, I'd get a kick out of it if you open it on the show, but I understand you may not want to give us any ideas. I thought your kids
Well,
might
now I'm
like it.
nervous.
Maybe Abigail should open the item. So I am taking your advice, and I brought in special celebrity guest professional letter opener, but you can't open. You have to open it on the table and then lift it up because we don't want to give away her address. As much as she's a very sweet lady, we don't want to accidentally give away her home address.
It's open.
Yeah, but don't bend it. She says, do not bend.
Not
And it's in red. Abigail's very carefully opening the letter.
Can I just rip it?
Well,
Why don't I get a knife and then you can open it like a letter opener?
okay.
Hold on, I'm stuck behind the table. Things have
Take
happened
the
here.
sticker off.
Melissa's tool of choice in the house is a butter knife, by the way.
getting a butter knife.
It's a screwdriver, it's a pry bar, it's a letter opener.
All right, I'll get a butter knife.
I always tease Melissa because I look and there's like butter knives being used for utility purposes. And we have screwdrivers, like I've got lots of tools, but that's what she's comfortable with. I'm not gonna,
Whatever.
I will only tease you publicly in front of the world.
I'm okay. I'm resourceful.
Right now, Abigail is carefully, do you need help, honey?
Yeah,
I don't need the right tools.
Here, I think we can just do that.
Okay.
A little incentive to film Chewy's bang trim. Did you say you were gonna bang?
Okay, why don't you open it up?
I got around his eyes, and he still has his eyes. I
Okay.
mean,
Abigail has opened the letter.
There's a letter.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to read it or do you want to read it?
but what's on the very bottom?
I don't know.
Open carefully, antiques inside. Okay, let me read it
Wait.
first.
Maybe we can. Well, when you open that bottom part, you gotta show what it is.
Oh, it's a big letter. Okay, really enjoy your channel, dad jokes and all. Well, that's good to know. Much appreciated. Started watching during the Potter's House series. I don't know that I'll ever get up there, but I'd sure like to look you up if I did. I know not a lot of people make the tropical trip to Edmonton, Alberta when you live in Florida. Usually we go the other way.
She has really nice handwriting.
We also have sunshine when you have snow. And then she put like that face. I don't know if you can see it there. The face. Yes, wouldn't that be nice to have sunshine instead of snow sun? Well, we have sunshine. When it's
Yeah.
winter here, it is sunny.
That's one thing I like. That is that we have blue sky. Like we're not constantly covered in cloud.
Your kids will think of us old people. We're so quaint.
Every household needs a messed up butter knife. See, Thomas gets me.
Okay, let's see. It says open carefully.
But they can't see anything.
Well, you're gonna have to take our word for it. I think what she did is I think she sent us
You gonna show it?
a really old. Yeah, hang on.
But wait, you gotta show
It is what it is. She has a sense of humor. She said, I was cleaning out a medicine cabinet and found this antique hidden inside. It's a Band-Aid. It's an old Band-Aid.
At least it's not used.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you for not sending us a used Band-Aid. This is we
Thank you,
always
Amanda.
love to open our fan gifts on camera because you never know what's going to be inside. Actually, it was very sweet letter and very sweet sentiment, and we very much appreciate it. So thank you for having a great sense of humor and for writing us, Polly in Florida, and you stay warm and stay safe down there too. So thank you, honey.
Look at how many people use butter knives as well.
And Abigail used to really like Band-Aids. You did.
That's a weird thing to say.
She
That
did.
is weird.
Abigail would be like, can I have a Band-Aid for what? And she'd be like, I'm tired. Or be like, for
Yes.
any reason she'd want a Band-Aid.
Almost every parent knows that kids just want a Band-Aid. They'd be like, oh, ow. Like, there's nothing there. There's nothing. But if you just get, I used to buy a box of like dollar store Band-Aids, the ones that don't stick, because I did recently find some that stuck. And I just give them to them and they just put it on and they'd be just happy as can be. And I knew it would fall off and not, yeah, ugh.
Yeah.
I think all kids like Band-Aids. I give them even to my preschoolers and I let them like put them on the dolls and stuff. And I'm like, best teacher ever. I just give them Band-Aids.
What are you guys doing upstairs anyway?
We're watching SpongeBob and painting my skateboard.
Oh, okay. You gonna work on it? All right. Thanks, honey.
Bye-bye.
Off goes celebrity. Thank you, everyone. That was celebrity guest Abigail, who's now running with her arms behind her back. Did that make you run faster? She ran with her arms back like that. Thank you, Cindy.
Yeah.
Um,
You guys are fantastic. Just in case you didn't know already.
I have a friend. Now that might surprise you, but I have a friend.
I'm your friend.
Yes, you are my best friend, but I have a friend that's not you.
I'm his best friend.
Who might be dropping off a box of old toys at our house at some
When?
point.
I
don't know.
It always happens like right now. It would be.
No, it's not gonna be right now, but in the next day or two, I think he's gonna drop. And it's not like he's giving it to me. We're gonna try and eventually work out some kind of trade or haggle. We've been talking about this for a long time, but I like the idea of hearing a bing dong, and it's not. Well, our door doesn't do that. It doesn't go bing dong. Does it go ding dong?
This is what happens when you've been in quarantine for a while, you guys.
Yeah.
These are the questions that rack our brains. Does our doorbell go ding dong or bing bong?
Yeah, I don't know.
But our back door only rings one, bing, and the front has two bing bong, ding dong, something. I don't know,
Yeah.
ding dong.
But when I hear that, next it might be a box of antique toys waiting on my doorstep. So that'll be fun to go through. Maybe I can do a video unboxing this because I really don't know what's inside of it. He's just dropping me off a box of random old toys for me to look at, assign a value to, and then give him a store credit for when I eventually open up again. So I'm reading some of the comments right now.
Someone said theirs didn't want to use a Band-Aid ever. They could be bleeding, everything, wouldn't put a Band-Aid on.
Do you guys remember that liquid Band-Aid stuff that you just spray on an open wound?
Yeah.
What was that? Like crazy glue spray or
I don't
something?
know,
Or
but it's awful.
it was like
I think they still have it, don't they?
I don't
Like
know.
Sorry, Band-Aid, we love you.
You guys
But
remember that stuff though? It
that
was like
spray.
liquid Band-Aid spray, and
Right.
you'd get like a wound.
Feels like acid.
I skinned my hand, and then your mom would come along and just. It was like Aqua Net
we
for your
never
wounds.
had that. Somebody that we knew had it or used it.
Thank you, Mac. How do you get it off? I remember that being kind of the problem. Second skin,
Yeah,
yeah,
how
that's
do
what
you
it was
get it
called.
off?
Second skin or
Yeah.
Bactine. Yeah, I remember that stuff. That was. We had Absorbing Junior. I don't know. I played baseball for a long time, and when you play baseball, your mom carries a whole variety of weird stuff to like when you're sore and aching and wounded from playing a hard game of ball. Mom was prepared after a game. You get into that car and then you're on your drive home and you're getting, sprayed with Band-Aid stuff, and you're getting absorbing stuff for your muscles, and you have no say in it. You just let it happen. That's what happens.
Mac wrote, I can't remember what your name is, Mac, but they said the world needs more Melissa, like more cowbell. Well, they didn't say the cowbell, that was me.
That was probably one of the funniest Saturday Night Live skits ever. That cowbell skit, that was just great. That was my kind of humor. That thing made me laugh so hard when I first saw it. Everybody knows the cowbell skit, but
Yeah.
it was good times.
If you don't, I bet this on YouTube.
What is Alex's favorite anime? Are you talking about like anime, like Japanese animation? I actually don't watch anime. I never really was into it. The closest I got into anime probably would have been, remember when Astro Boy was on? That was like 1960s anime. But that's what we had on our free TV station. It was
Yeah.
on CBC. Astro Boy. He had like rocket feet, right?
Yep, he did. I remember it.
He had red boots, right?
I don't know. I thought they were black.
I feel like the kid just wore like a black Speedo and red boots that lit on fire. Like that's the least safe outfit. If your feet are prone to lighting on fire, you should wear more than just like, a black Speedo or whatever that kid had. But anyway, if Transformers counts as anime, then I guess, yes, I watched Transformers. But I was more into a show called Mask, M-A-S-K, back in those days. And the toys were awesome. I don't know, good times. Fun stuff. Speed Racer, yeah, that was good too.
I didn't really. It's funny whenever anybody asks us about something that they're really into, I always imagine when I have to be like, I'm not that awesome. Like, I imagine they're like completely surprised that maybe that you don't watch anime or.
You were more of a Disney girl though, weren't you?
Like, are you saying I'm like a princess? Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
No, we watched our free CBC. We used to call it Farmer Vision because we had like the antennas on top, and it was the only thing you could get out on the farm. The 3 channels, and if you were lucky, the 4th was French.
But do you ever try, like, did you have rabbit ears to pick up channels?
The rabbit ears didn't really work. We hooked up a wire to the back screw on the back of the TV, and we would like tape it to the wall.
Oh, yeah.
We really did that. I think we did that when we were living in Winnipeg.
I remember we had like a coax cable like run up the wall and taped to no, we had it like up to the curtain rod or something, and
something.
Yeah.
But if you moved wrong, you guys remember this? Like when you have bunny ears or something, if you're like on the couch and one of you moves a little bit and it makes the TV go off. It's like you have to sit in like a perfect way to make sure you can watch your show.
Yeah, sometimes you'd have to hold your arm up in the air, and then for whatever reason your TV would work better. You'd be like, I just want to watch the rest of Astro Boy. I don't have to deal with this.
Oh.
But I didn't watch that show that much. This is prime viewing for me back when I was a kid. Flintstones and the Jetsons. Flintstones were on at lunch every day. And if I'd come home from school at lunchtime, I would make myself, or my mom, I shouldn't say I would make, my mom would have made me a peanut butter, banana, and honey sandwich, maybe some potato chips on the side, and a chocolate milk. And that was good times for me.
You know, ever since somebody mentioned that we say milk differently than other people, I noticed that Alexander pauses and then says it weird every time.
Okay, my mom says
But
milk.
when you think about it, you say milk, like you're calling me and then add a K, milk.
Like it would be spelled M-E-L-K.
Yeah,
But I
you
know
don't
it's not.
normally say that. But when you stop when we're on a live, I see you pause and then think about it and then say milk.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, we
You
say
know,
things different here.
the white stuff from a cow. But you started speaking differently because you're thinking about it.
We spell center C-E-N-T-R-E, not E-R. That always throws people off too.
So is it if I get it wrong on something, I could just be spelling it. John wanted to know if I was a princess, which one would I be? Huh?
If Melissa was, well, when she's sleeping Beauty. When she's awake.
When I'm awake.
When she's awake. Wait, what's the one that does like all the chores and, you know, is like super happy about it? Oh, wait, no. That was Cinderella, right? But she wasn't happy about doing all the chores around the house. Melissa is Cinderella when Cinderella is at the ball.
Why am I Cinderella?
Because you're one with all the animals.
I'm one with them.
Little birds will come and knit you sweaters or whatever they do.
It's true.
Yeah, it's true.
True story.
Yeah.
And then they said that birds knit her sweaters.
Oh, I'd like to announce that the Band-Aid was in fact unused.
You open it.
I've checked it.
Well,
And
now,
it
don't
is-
open it because we could still use it.
It's still sticky. What, we're going to use this 1970s
We
Band-Aid?
could have if you hadn't opened it and exposed it to the world.
We would give them some 1970s disease. Like disco fever.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
What's wrong with Abigail? She's over there doing this. Like, oh, she liked Band-Aids. We accidentally gave her disco fever with that old Band-Aid.
That's Snow White. Oh, but in Cinderella, they had like the mice and the birds and everything came in and made her wedding dress.
Yeah, that castle was infested.
Oh, no, not wedding dress. It was her dress to go to the
Her
ball.
dress to go to the ball. But when you think about it, all the mice that were living in that castle were like, oh, it's a Disney movie.
I thought they were saying, oh yeah, they're saying Snow White. You guys saying I'm pasty? Why?
Yes.
I sleep, you can't wake me up. It's possible. That is a little bit like me.
Yeah.
I've dressed up as Snow White and never Cinderella. I have been Elsa before.
You were a professional Elsa.
Yeah, that happened. I didn't know that I was going to be. I didn't know what I was volunteering for until I got there. Maybe it was the day of. I figured it out, but.
They said they needed an Elsa, and they happened to have the wig and outfit and everything, right?
And it was somebody that I really like. It was my sister-in-law that needed help, so.
But there was a bunch of little girls, though, wasn't
Yes, it wasn't, I love being around little kids. It's that I wasn't expecting to go out, and I thought, so what? I dress up as a princess today. This is happening. This is my life today. But then I went out, and you have all those kids, but then all their parents. That's interesting. That is an interesting thing to have done. Mm-hmm.
But didn't the kids thought you were like Elsa? They were like losing their little children minds, were falling out of their heads.
Yep.
They were like, bah!
Even my niece was there, and she didn't know it was me.
Yeah.
And I had my sister-in-law's help to do my makeup, thank goodness. So, yeah, she's pretty good.
That's when I want to feel special. I wear that Elsa outfit to the grocery store. And everybody is like screaming too. I don't know why. I feel it's a different type of scream, right? Melissa's just being silent.
I thought that you were gonna say I was like the girl in Brave or something, like, because she's like rambunctious.
Rambunctious?
Yeah.
You're your own kind of princess. Wait. My wife, she's her own kind of princess. If you get my drift.
So rude.
Somebody said, wow.
Did you see this one?
Which one? Oh, thank you. You're an inspiration for me buying and selling curiosities. Start buying soon. Thank you. Well, I'm glad. If you enjoy antiques or if you just want to get out there and have fun and do stuff that you want to do, just get out and do it. Get out there. Well, maybe not right now.
Laundry room makeup is just fine.
I feel like this is going to happen. I have a plan in place to build our little foundation in May. Like, not our marital foundation. That was built years ago. And trust me, folks, it's a solid foundation. Built upon love.
What are you going to say now, though?
And pesting.
Yeah, pesting. He counts in the morning. I'll wake up and we're cuddling and I look at him and he starts counting. I'm like, what are you counting for? He's like, I'm seeing how long it takes before you poke me in the face.
Pretty much. You know how you know you've done things right in your marriage or completely wrong? I'm not sure which one it is that if you, this was my approach this whole time, is that I would do things to annoy my wife and bring home old cars and create all kinds of stress around here, to the point when we actually get a bona fide pandemic that we're so used to each other. This is not the worst thing we've ever had to go through. So we're totally fine in a pandemic because I put her through the ropes so many times before.
That's not true. You're actually pretty fun to hang around in a pandemic.
Yeah.
Hopefully after too.
Yeah. We're getting
Thank
on all
goodness,
right, though.
because you never know. Because a lot of people, tensions are high. People are scared. That you got to remember that I think a lot of people are not on their best behaviors, and especially even if you see comments and stuff that might be rude, even on our channel, please make sure that you remember these people are just scared. They don't need to be attacked either. So, but we do appreciate everybody standing up for us and everything.
Yeah, that's it's been an emotional couple weeks for sure, and.
But I think it's a lot of people are reacting more. I notice when I'm under stress, this whole thing with my dad, I most definitely reacted differently than I would normally, where you can't think straight, and fear brings that out in us, as much as we don't want to, but it affects everybody differently. So everybody's just stuck at home, they're bored, everybody's mental health is kind of very much needing attention, and we just need to take care of each other. And just like how they say the kids that need it the most will ask in the most unloving ways. I think that goes for all humans. Sometimes the people that need love the most will ask for it in the most unloving ways. So
yeah, you have to be open to seeing it that way.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I have Melissa with me here. You know, we will typically during the day we'll chat. Obviously trying to support her, and that's what you have to be. You have to be a support for your partner. You have to be there for them in their times of need, and especially us going through the challenges we're going through. There's no point snipping or being grumpy with somebody over, you know, who didn't put the cup away in the right spot or whatever. It really doesn't matter that much. We're just trying to have fun, keeping the kids occupied, spending time together, playing games together, just trying to be friends, you know. We get a chance to be friends, and I'm fortunate that I get to be stuck in this predicament with my best friend.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Me too.
But
I mean, the thing is that it's not like things are perfect all the time, right? Like it is very easy to be short with each other, but if you're understanding, and I try to remember if I say something. And especially like lately, I've been very easy to cry, of course, which isn't normal for me. And Alexander's been just there. He doesn't even ask for anything. He'll just hold me. So I think, well, thank you for that.
On a different, I want to put my best foot forward here and answer a couple questions. Somebody asked how my toe is.
Oh my gosh, you guys, have you ever seen Mr. Deeds? He takes off his sock and he's like, that's my black foot or dead foot. What does he say? Okay.
In the movie Mr. Deeds with Adam Sandler, if you've not seen it, Mr. Deeds' foot went through ice when he was a kid, and it froze and it was black. It had frostbite, and then they basically take turns hitting it with a fire iron.
That's gross.
It's a gross scene anyway. Are you saying that my toe looked like that?
Yeah, like it would not surprise me if it just fell off one day in our bed.
Oh God.
It's gross, you guys. It's
Lord.
broken. It's for sure broken. But right before this whole thing happened, I had a broken toe, but mine's since healed. It still doesn't feel great, but mine doesn't look broken anymore. And now you broke your toe.
My toe's healing faster than yours, though.
Yeah, you're pretty fast.
My toe almost looks. So it was like the end of my toe got broken. I dropped in. Well, it's a Civil War injury, if I'm honest. It was, not battle. I dropped an 1863 Civil War Colt on my toe. Let me tell you, that thing's got some weight to it.
Your poor toe.
It fell handle down on the end of my toe.
Travel bridges.
Yep.
I enjoy your channels very much. Thank you. And please stay safe. Thank you very much, Sue. And somebody asked, I said, not a society problem. Can you imagine if I was like on YouTube and part of the community and everything and I had a society problem? I have an anxiety problem, but I think I had it under control, I thought. But with everything going on, sometimes you'll feel short of breath, but I haven't had it for so long. And of course, that's one of the symptoms for this whole thing. So
wait, did you have the anxiety problem before you married me? Or is that a result of...
We've been together for a really long time. It was back.
Wow. Wow.
But I got rid of it a long time ago. I just wasn't used to not being able to breathe again. They used to think it was asthma, and that wasn't it. But it's not so bad.
Yeah. Somebody's asking how Heather is doing. Bunny Mama asked how Heather is doing. Bunny Mama, does that mean you have a lot of children or you have pet rabbits? I'm not sure which one that would.
12 after it.
Oh, Bunny Mama 12. 12 kids? Yeah, that would be a lot of kids. Heather's doing very well. I chatted with her a little bit today. Heather, if you're still on the live feed too, give us a call afterwards because we were in the middle of managing some family stuff when she called before. So, but their family down there is doing okay. So, I think basically what the goal is right now, bunker down. You know, I would love to be out there doing stuff again, out there on the road doing things again. But we're just going to bunker down with the kids. And
Bunny Mama said one bunny.
One bunny. Oh, but she didn't say how many children she had.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bunny Mama. You said you have one pet bunny, but we don't know.
Matthew said that you were injured at the Battle of Curiosity Inc. during the Civil War.
Yeah, the Civil War. Yeah, no, if you're going to hurt yourself, you may as well drop an antique gun on your toe, I guess. That's one way to do it.
And we're both negative for the test results. I know we said it before, but for anybody just jumping on, both negative.
Yeah.
Positive in life, but negative for the virus.
Somebody said, who's cutting your hair? Melissa's hair is long, so...
Yeah, my hair was cut in December by my sister-in-law.
You're okay for a little bit, right?
Yeah, I have it just in a weird little pony.
Yeah. The kids, I've been cutting the boys' hair.
Yeah.
They've been getting their
your own
COVID
hair.
cuts. I haven't given my haircut.
Oh, around the sink begs to differ.
Well, I tried to trim the sides. I'm never happy with my hair. I don't know.
Well, thank goodness that I have somebody here that can cut hair because can you imagine if I was cutting the kids' hair?
I'm the perfect person for a pandemic. That was a lot of P words. But I am perfect pandemic person because I'm supportive. I can cook if I have to. Made craft dinner all by myself today.
Oh, brother, you can cook. It's just that the kids like to.
I can cook, but I'm handy and I know how to cut hair. Kids' hair, anyway. Yeah. All we need is a bowl your size and I'll get you done too.
Oh, how big are you saying my head is?
Oh, I wasn't saying that. I was saying we needed a smaller bowl for your tiny petite princess head.
A little egg cup.
That's right. It's like a tiny little quail egg on top of your body. It's just a cute little noggin. That's what it is. How? I always get myself in the doghouse with these comments. It always happens.
Get a Flowbee. I almost forgot about the Flowbee. That was disturbing. Pull to like one side. We thought it was nice. Now as an adult, that's so gross.
I'm going to explain to them, those watching, I suppose, that don't know what a Flowbee is. You might remember the invention was featured in Wayne's World, the first one.
Was it actually?
It was, yeah, because they stuck Garcia. It was essentially, you take your vacuum, like a normal vacuum, that's meant for cleaning up dirty, disgusting stuff. And it had an attachment that had like these kind of rotating blades inside, and it would vacuum your hair. And as it pulled it, it would like vacuum it and cut. And I get it because, you know, whoever was thinking like, well, it'll cut your hair and it'll vacuum up the mess. Like, what a great idea, right? Except as a of his head inside of it.
Oh yeah.
He's like, getting pulled. See,
Curiosity Edmonton.
at gmail.com.
Hold on, I can't even spell it.
Melissa's going to put our email address in. She's busy typing right now.
Because somebody asked about the fudge. You can email us at curiosityedmonton@gmail.ca.
Oh,
CA, right?
have hope, always loved you and your family. Watch you on YouTube for a while now. Live in South Carolina. Well, thank you so much. I have not been to South Carolina.
It's .ca or .com?
Curiosityedmonton@gmail.com.
Ooh, see?
Yeah, there we go.
I swear I live here, you guys.
Mike Myers is Canadian,
Yeah.
for those of you that didn't know.
Oh, look. Matthew beat me. I put it up too.
I don't know. Hopefully you guys have all been keeping yourselves pretty busy out there. And Anna says, I use a Flowbee.
See, you should. So I wonder if Anna has a YouTube channel.
Anna, have you had any mishaps with your Flowbee? Is it accidentally like, but can you vacuum up normal stuff while you're vacuuming your hair? Can you be like giving yourself a haircut and be like, oh, there's dust in the corner of the wall, and then be like, zoop, and then back to your haircut? Or I wonder if it's a special thing.
Can we send fudge in the mail?
Probably, I guess. The fudge, we sell the big chunks of fudge for $9.99 Canadian.
It's like a container.
It's probably like $6 or $7
my
US,
God.
something like that.
Yeah, but then shipping it wouldn't be very fun.
Shipping fudge?
Yeah, I mean for them that.
I don't know.
I don't know how much
fudge
it
has a
weighs.
long shelf life.
I'm only
does.
thinking like if you send a letter, it's like cents to send it anywhere. But as soon as it doesn't fit through that little mail slot that they bring out to see the sizing of your package, it's like $17.
Yeah, it's expensive to ship. We can't ship anything out for a while anyway. I'm not, aside from the stuff that's going through auction, I'm not trying too hard to sell things right now. I just unloaded a whole bunch of stuff at the store. My shop is at the point where I could probably unload maybe another couple hundred things, but then it's going to start feeling actually empty. And I don't like that feeling. Not that, I mean, boy, we had one person on there and they're like, Alex, you're a hoarder. Look at how full your store is. Well, I don't want my store to be that full.
There's always somebody that has to be like,
yeah,
I'm going to be mean.
well, I think that, I admit that when I go to someone's house and they say, well, if you buy this, you got to take everything. A lot of times I'm like, well, I guess I'm taking everything. And then you try and find room around the store, or you auction off what you can when you can. But I was able to thin out a lot of things from the shop that were just taking up excess space. And that all the things that we're selling are going to go right towards the foundation that we want to get poured in May. So
Is craft dinner called different things?
craft
Somebody
dinner
said craft dinner equals craft mac and cheese. Just in case it's not called that at all.
or
it's
Katie.
It's just like, little elbow macaroni. And it has like a fake,
mac and cheese.
fake cheese sauce. I'm sure it's not real cheese.
Oh yeah, we do call it something different here, don't we?
I know I've seen it with the KD on it. It's just craft dinner.
Yeah, craft dinner is macaroni and
Okay,
cheese.
hold on. I want to go see what it says.
Wait, Melissa's gonna grab a box of it and show you guys what our macaroni and cheese boxes look like here. It's on the floor.
There's so many things that we could be showing you.
She's digging in the pantry right now, but this is what it's come to.
There are some KD on the outside. Oh no, it says craft dinner.
Okay, this is what a Canadian box of macaroni and cheese looks like. Wait for it. This is what you've been waiting for. 58 minutes into the live feed, it's come down to this.
Da, 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 da.
Yep. KD. That's all it says on it, KD.
No, it says underneath craft dinner.
Oh, well, you have to look really
Now
close. Show them again.
cheesier.
Look, that's what our macaroni and cheese boxes look like.
Yeah, that's
Look-
not normal. Like this isn't a normal craft dinner box. This is some.
Wait, 1 in 8 chances of winning something.
It doesn't usually have the NHL. This is a terrible example. This isn't at all what our boxes normally look like.
I didn't even look at the boxes in the. We gotta go through. I gotta dig through the garbage now. What if I won something?
Yeah, we bought a case, and there's like 12 in a case or something, isn't there?
Yeah, but are we supposed to look at the inside of the box to see if we won something?
I don't know.
Well, hang on. Now I need to know.
We don't need to know right this second.
Well, what if I, mind you,
What are you winning?
well, it's probably a trip to a hockey game. Well, that season's pretty well done now, so lame craft dinner. Oh well, maybe there's something cool in there.
Like macaroni. It's lunch.
It's
Lunch is
travel
in there.
prizes. Win a trip to Las Vegas, which I hate to say it, I'm not a fan of Las Vegas, and I know there's probably lots of lovely people there, but we're not into gambling and stuff, so it's not.
I know there's other things to do other than that.
If I
Go check the garbage.
I did a video for a casino once. I was on a crew and we were doing a commercial for a casino in Saskatchewan. And they gave us all credits, like $100 credit to go gambling with. But while all my friends went out gambling, this is what I did. I found out that $100 credit was good to use at the restaurant too. So I went there. Were you with me at the time?
What?
No, I went with Randy and.
I missed the first part. I was reading comments.
Oh,
and
and
then
when I did the Casino Regina commercial.
No, I was.
So anyway, I just basically treated all my friends to dinner, and we sat there and had fun the whole night. And
I missed a fun night.
Yeah, you missed a fun night. Anyway, it was good. I felt proud of myself because I took my fake free money and I just went and spent it on food and good times, and I didn't just dump it into a slot machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It used to be different though, because you could take like a roll of nickels to the casino.
Yeah. We're not gamblers. I mean, I'm a gambler in the sense that I buy boxes of stuff sight unseen. But
I think when you have a business, regardless, it's always a gamble. You buy something at your price, you hope you can sell it to somebody else for a profit so that you can buy the next thing. And so I think it's always, in a sense, a tiny bit like gambling, really. You're hoping.
Yeah, I'm hoping that there's people who, this is my prediction for when I reopen. I'm going to give you my prediction for what is going to happen when everything reopens. I feel like it's going to go in phases. I think they're probably going to say, like, if you're 65 or older, maybe stay at home for a little while longer. But I think they'll send out people, that are younger than that to go back in phases for work. So they'll probably open more businesses.
People that have already tested or had it.
They'll have more stringent social distancing rules, like if you're at a till, make sure you have a plexi screen or something.
Most people have it too.
So I think that they're gonna probably open in phases. They'll probably limit the amount of people at the door, but I think that businesses will reopen, and in time ours will fall into that category. And we'll do whatever we're supposed to do to make sure that we can open effectively. But I think, as one commenter commented, that as commenters often do, they comment. That there's a lot of people at home right now who have time to dig through their crawl spaces and time to go through boxes in their garages. They're gonna find stuff and they're gonna go, well, I wonder if this is worth anything. I wonder if it's worthwhile. And so I know that there's customers out there right now that have piles of boxes of stuff that they want to sell me. So I think we're gonna be flooded with inventory when the doors reopen. And I'm very sure. I don't, if you want to sell me something, somebody was asking about sending pictures. If you email me and you have something for sale, we can sometimes figure things out. However, if it's an appraisal situation, I can give you an opinion on something's value, but honestly, it's difficult at times because of the vast number of emails that come through to keep up with, but we'll do my best. Okay, I'm gonna try and, somebody said, Rivet says, Alex, what's the status of the rest of the rolls? 75% done. We have both front seats in, the door panels are in, the lower part of the back seat is in. She's just basically finishing up the backrest for the back seat, and then we have to put a convertible top on, and then the interior is basically done. The big step right now is making it so that car is a car, making it so that it can be driven. And I've left it in good hands with a Rolls-Royce specialist here in town. And I will update you all as soon as I have an update on the condition of the engine. I can tell you this right now, the car is not mobile as of right now. It's not moving around under its own power just yet. So hopefully we'll get some news on what it needs, and then we'll go from there.
A request for Chewy.
Oh yeah, and Chewy's just like looking at you like, what do you want?
He's like, what? I was obviously sleeping. You can always tell because his hair is like all matted up like
okay.
a while.
You know how Dr. Evil has his cat? That's Melissa and this dog.
I can see it on here. Like I can see more on my computer than you can see on
But seriously, look how calm this dog is. Like,
he likes it.
I don't know if people think that Yorkies aren't particularly yappy. Like if somebody knocked, like if the doorbell rang, he'd be like, which means, hey.
He'll bark once at the door though to go out. Except for when I'm vlogging. If anybody follows my vlog, especially the one that I'm working on, every time I turned on the camera, or if Alexander goes to hug me, the dog's jealous. Like instantly he'll bark at us.
Yeah,
He'll
or-
just be staring at us.
I don't know if he's jealous or if I don't know what he thinks.
He's like,
Like, I don't like it.
yeah.
Yeah, but look at him.
I
He's
don't know
like
what
a
he's
stuffed
doing.
animal. He doesn't even look like a real dog. He looks like a stuffed animal.
Hear what he's calling you.
Well, he's a real dog.
You're a real dog.
He's a real dog that's smaller than a cat.
Yeah. He scares big dogs. The big dogs are like, well, no, that's not natural. Why are you so tiny?
Chewy is to bigger dogs as mice are to elephants. They're like,
Yeah.
God, I can't wrap my head around why that thing is so small. Larger dogs freak out.
He looks like a stiff bear. That is funny because I used to collect stiff bears.
You have one still.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I had a newer stiff. No, not an antique.
It's Chewy with an IE.
Yeah. I didn't want to. I didn't realize that one is like, you know, when you eat something.
Yeah. How do you spell Chewy's name? Yeah, it's with an IE. That's it. And I think it was after Chewbacca. Isn't that where the kids got it from?
Because he came like, quick, look at my thumb.
And I wanted to give him a name like, you know,
Thor.
like Sir Douglas III McIntyre or some kind of like weird
So
Scottish
then
sounding
I
name,
said,
but
let's take a vote.
I got voted out. I was gonna, you know, like Angus McClintock.
But initially it was when he's a puppy, he chewed on like every corner of the molding on the bottom of the wall. What is that? Floorboards. So I thought that serves me right for naming our dog Chewy, but that he grew out of that.
Chewy has his own bed. He'll either pick a couch and curl up on it. He has a favorite blanket, or he has a little Chewy bed. He has a little dog bed that he sleeps in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's a well-behaved little dog. Look at him. He's just kind of chilling.
It's pretty easy going.
Yeah, he's pretty easy going. So guys, thank you so much. Just really wanted to connect with you guys and wish you guys all well for, you know, continuing on with this crazy world that we're in right now. I'll try and get some more videos out as they come along. I do have a whole bunch of old clocks, advertising clocks that have been sitting in our house for a while. And I was able to order some parts that I needed. So I think I'll have a video coming along of me working on a bunch of old clocks at some point. So TikTok, wait for the clock video. But that, you know, that and there's some other little stuff I got to do around the house. I mean, I don't think anybody wants to see me detailing the Cadillac or anything, but I'll probably do, we'll do another live feed at some point in the near future and we'll get some other videos up. So thank you guys for watching today. Thank you all for the wonderful super chats. I really appreciate it and appreciate all of you guys watching our channel and sticking with us. This year though, I still am planning on building some kind of little addition next to my store, and I would love to get Hans and Josh and Dakota back on that when I can. Oh, thank you, Kira, very much. We try and keep up the positivity where we can. Appreciate that. So thank you to all of you for the chats tonight. Wishing you happiness and success in your world and your life, and we'll be seeing you all very soon. Have a lovely day, guys. Bye for now.
Good night, everyone.